Oh, we can't even see them. That needs to come closer. I don't know. Can you guys see us? Because we do. We can read your stuff on Kira's once she gets on there. I can't see anything. It looks like I'm kind of looking into the dark. So it's been super beautiful today. Let's see, Bob, is everyone really here? Kelly said she might not be able to make it because she's at work, and Vicky may not be able to make it because her um, son is having a car race thing. I still can't see it, but that's fine. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, now it's twisted because I had it leveled with the ground. No, you got to move a leg. Nope, apparently you got it. That's good. You'll never guess who we had today hanging out with us. It's kind of funny because I didn't realize they were coming over today. And so they pulled up and I was like, what the heck? Okay. I need a drink. And I collect drinks. Who else does that? So this was mine from yesterday. And then I got this one today when we were out. Because I didn't know where that one was. And this is tea from this morning. Do you collect drinks? Oops.
No comment.
I don't know what just happened. I hit my thumb on. Let's skip that. All right. KJ is first. Hi, Anna. Hope your headache's doing better. Off grid with, so that's Ian. Hi, Ian. How are you doing? Let's see. Bob is here and very excited about us finally doing a live for everybody. For all of you that side with him, he's been giving me a lot of baloney about not being live more often behind the scenes. Was Heather just teasing? What does that mean? Anna, I'm here to moderate. Yay, Anna. Let's see. Wow, I must have had an internet hiccup because a bunch of text just popped up. Let's see. Sober and kicking it. Hi, Heather. You had a birthday. Happy birthday. We kind of missed it. Well, we didn't miss it. I said happy birthday to you on Facebook.
I missed it. No one told me. Happy birthday.
Hi, Charlene. Oh, Kelly is here. Okay, good. I'm all caught up. All right. So, I mean, I guess we have to address the, what do they say, the elephant in the room. So a friend of mine messaged me and she said, Beth from our home in the woods. I forget the name of their channel. Anyway, she messaged me. She's like, okay, girl, you haven't posted in a month. I haven't seen a video in a month. Are you okay up there? Our Dream in the Woods. That's the name of theirs. And I mean, I guess the main answer is yes. So I really do try to stay very positive because I think that does affect like everything in your life. It affects your health, it affects your psyche, it affects everything, affects the people around you. So I try to stay very positive. But being 100% honest, I am in pain 24/7 and it's like all over my body. So just to get into the medical stuff really quick, when my lupus stuff, my blood work was done, my hormones were completely out of whack, which is something that lupus does to your body, which then causes like the pain, the hip, all the joint pain and stuff. And I mean, I was having problems walking and such. So, you know, and lifting anything and all that kind of stuff. So we are now starting a hormone therapy to get those under control. To hopefully that will help with the lupus stuff. So that's number one thing. So she said, she sent me the new meds. I started on them and she's like, it'll take 6 weeks. So I've been on them a week. And I can't tell anything yet. Haven't done anything inside, but Kira and I have done a ton outside, I would say.
We got the duck pull up.
We got that up. We got it's about half full.
Yeah, roughly.
And so last year we had a 10-foot round one, and I swore in my head it was 12 foot. So I bought a replacement 12-foot one, and it's much bigger. So I think it gets like 1,500 gallons of water. I'm not really sure. So we'll have a lot of water for
The duckies.
for the gardening.
And the duckies.
Let's see. I need all messages so I can see what everybody's saying. Hi, Tiffany. Oh, KJ said I like your hat, Kira.
Thank you.
So every time I see it on her, I'm like, I love that hat. Like, that's such a great hat. And then it folds up. Did you already have it folded up on the sides?
No.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Her aunt got it for her, and she's been wearing it, and I think it's fantastic. And it has a hole in the back for her ponytail, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Do you need something, or are you just hanging out with me? Just hanging out? Okay.
Oh, the baby.
We sheared the sheep, which when Bob asked me, how does she look? And I said, like her owner hates her. And I was not lying. I am not a, what are the shearers called? A shearer? A sheep shearer? I thought they had a professional name.
Professional hairstylist? But you're not.
But, you know, practice makes perfect, but if you think about it, they're only sheared once a year, and I only have 3. So we didn't shear them at all last year because they were brand new. And it had been a couple of years since I had sheared any because I helped showed Jen how to do it, and hadn't sheared for years before that because I got rid of my sheep in Washington. And so, yeah, practice makes perfect. But when you just have a small flock and you're not doing a ton of them. But so normally I could do 3 a day, easy. I could barely get through 1 because of how much I hurt. So that's a super big concern.
Yeah.
They do look homeless and destitute. And I keep thinking, well, I'll pull them back out and try to clean them up. But then I'm like, meh, I probably won't. I do think that I will try to find someone local. So the hard part is whenever you have a small amount of sheep like this, it's not worth the shearer's time to come up because they basically get like $10 a sheep. So they would only make $30 coming here.
If they did the other 3, they might have
well,
some.
40. Well, because in the spring, I should only have 4 sheep every spring because babies are for selling or freezer camp. So they won't be here. You know, then they get sheared before babies are born, usually. Yeah. That's usually what happens.
Well, then we probably should have sheared.
Hi, Tara.
We probably should have sheared those 3 to get them used to it because, like, 1 out of the 3 was bats out of hell.
So this is the funny part of this. The most friendliest sheep that we have, which is Charlie, he was the craziest. Like, he tried to break the little stanchion thing that I have. Like, he flipped himself over. He was absolutely insane. And I was like, let's do Charlie first because he's the friendliest. So he'll be the easiest and we can work out all the kinks, you know, so everything's working great. No, he tried to break everything. He was freaking out. It was chaos.
At one point he did try to hang himself.
Yeah. And then the 2 girls who I've been working on getting them more friendly. And they actually were just like, oh, okay, we're getting haircuts. Are we getting mani-pedis too? Like, they were like, whatever.
Okay, hang on. The first girl we did was the smaller one out of the 2. She's like, nope, don't touch me. No. And then the second one is like,
who's the biggest one? She's the biggest one.
Yeah, she's like, meh.
And we got the same amount of fiber off the biggest one as we did off the 2 smaller ones. I'm washing the fiber right now. So it's like a 2-day thing. So you put it in a bucket of cold water, you put Dawn dish soap on it and you soak it. And then you pull it out and drain it. And then you just keep washing it, basically. Keep running cold water through it. My plan with this fiber, and I've never done this before, so this is just something I'm going to try, is to make a wool felted jacket and dyeing the wool with natural dyes is kind of what I want to do.
Anybody know where we can find a giant patch of blackberries?
Yeah, right.
That's not an anacortes.
Okay, Tara, what did I miss? Why no videos? So basically my lupus is a bit out of control and I'm in a lot of pain. And so I have zero stamina. Kira and I have been doing just like a little bit and then I'm out for the rest of the day. And so until we get this medication figured out and get my hormones balanced, because that's right now what's completely out of whack, which is causing a lot of joint pain. I don't know how much I'm going to get done. Now, that being said, once this video is done, I'm going to go inside and work on underneath the sink. I'd like to get the drainage put in so that we can dump water in the sink and let it go out. You know, so we're going to work on that. I don't think we're going to get the piping done underneath, but I'd like to get the hole in the floor and all of that.
Yeah. But we're working on it. She means her. I'm going to go work on the...
Yeah, she's going to build the quail pin.
Yeah.
She's going to go put that together. She likes putting those things. Something happening over there? You keep looking.
Quail.
Oh, the wild quail. Oh, speaking of quail, my quail started laying eggs. So we got our very first quail egg yesterday, and we got another one today.
Yeah, which the whole fun joke behind that was, why is no one laying eggs yet? Maybe they're all boys.
Yeah. Because the other day I was like, they should be like 6 weeks old now. They should be laying eggs.
Everybody was egg shy, apparently.
Bob says, Heather, be sure to change out of your fancy clothes, which is hilarious because this is actually pajamas. That's hard. You're jerking our chairs around, buddy.
Okay.
So that's been the issue, and the medication is supposed to take 6 weeks to really show an effect. I've been on it about a week, and so far I can't tell any kind of difference. I do know that if I eat anything off of carnivore or keto, I get a lot of pain and headaches, and I'm pretty much down. I can't do anything, which is bad because like today we ran errands and we left early, and I was a little discombobulated because I got the boys were dropped off. Their mom had a doctor's appointment, so you know I couldn't be like no.
Nice heads up, by the way.
Well, they have been coming every Tuesday, but they've been here quite a bit the last few days, which I love. I'm not complaining about that. It's just I mentally prepare myself. I don't know who else does that. I mean, I mentally prepare myself for what's going to be going on for the day. And
yeah, and they're at the age of they're loud. Very loud. Well, this one's not as loud.
Where did your brother go?
He's in the truck in the back.
Okay. Doing stuff. So
yeah, that one on the other hand, that one's loud and high pitch.
But Kira's very noise sensitive, so
yeah, I will admit, being at my dad's, it's super quiet in Kentucky. So
Anna, I wore my church clothes working on the garden Sunday. Of course, I tore a hole in my shirt. I do that too. Like, I come home and I don't change out of my clothes. I just get started. Because I kind of feel like if I go inside, then I'm done.
You want to take a nap. You're like,
you gotta stop, please. It's a lot. Grandma's got a little bit of a headache. Okay, honey?
Okay.
Let's see, 6 weeks, question mark. Okay, time for a superhero meeting on the mountain, but being Alfred the butler, I cannot go.
What?
Kelly says, is Kermit being good to you? So Kelly and Dwayne loaned me their tractor again this year. And so we spent a week burning and raking and clearing out all the big stuff. And then the tractor got here and we were able to drag it. I mean,
that week of burning.
So I have to make a decision this year. And I want to do my shop so bad. I really want to. I'm very disappointed that I'm not over there working on my shop right now, but I have to make a decision on my health. And until this gets under control to a point, I don't have the energy for over there. I barely have the energy for over there. Um, and we're kind of going through and we're fixing things that need to be fixed. The goat barn has to be changed out this season. Um, or that one needs a lot of work on it. What?
So get this. Our neighbor, well, her neighbor,
Yeah.
her neighbor thought there were
We were
squatters.
campers.
Yeah, there were squatters or campers on our property. We're like, no, that's the goat barn. That was funny.
Ian wants to know if there's an update on Kimmy. I do not know. She has gone complete radio silent.
She's ghosted us and gone.
I don't, she does not contact me at all, and I don't know why, and I don't know. That's all I got. It's very hurtful. Anna, can you do smaller cleanup stuff around the property and just take a lot of breaks? Trust me, I totally understand. That is what we're doing. So we're trying to pick, unfortunately, I also have ADD, so ADHD. And so I want to do 5 things at a time. And that, of course, doesn't go well. So we do a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. And I'm trying to get myself focused in on focusing on one thing at a time. But so what we're focusing on now is the animals, getting them squared away for the rest of this summer season. We are going to have to start doing something with the barn. Super grateful Kelly loaned me the tractor because I can at least drag that. We drug the whole garden area. So that's kind of the big thing that I'm doing this season is garden. I'm just going to try to put in the biggest garden that I can so that I'm eating very fresh vegetables that I've grown, that I know they're not chemically sprayed. And I want to see how much of a difference that makes with my lupus. I still am getting store-bought meat, but I'm also mixing it with my own raised meat that I have. So, you know, those aren't full of chemicals either. Bob said nothing heard here either. Oh, on Kimmy. So yeah, she's really not talking to anybody. Thanks, Tiffany. Bob says I refuse to stop a project till it's done this season. So here's the one, I have childhood trauma over that because my stepfather was like a Nazi and hers was the same actually. He reminded me so much of mine. And it was like this very aggressive, everybody will work until this is done kind of thing. And like I would have heat stroke and be in the hospital and it was just crazy. So I'm very lenient with myself with do what you can, go take a break. Unfortunately, normally what happens is we work for 45 minutes, we take a 15-20 minute break, we work for an hour, we take a 15-20 minute break. That's usually what we do all day long. But what's happening now is I have no energy to get started back up, and I was in a lot of pain this morning, like a lot of pain this morning.
Last few days.
Which put me in a very grumpy mood, and I was trying very hard to not be in a grumpy mood. Yay, KJ's been a member for 15 months. You guys, I'm going to tell you, my members, you guys have carried me through this bit of time where I've been lacking in putting out new stuff, and I'm being yelled at from the truck. Oh no, Liam is. Liam, your brother wants you. He doesn't want to go. Hi, Juanita. A 45-15 work cycle outside is all day and heat is a good cycle, but health is your number one priority now. That's how I live. And it's funny because people are like, man, I love working with you, Heather. You take lots of breaks. And when Sean was here from Keeping It Dutch, he was like, I'm noticing a theme. You guys have chairs all over the place. Like, we take lots of breaks. Lots of breaks. But getting the quail set up and moved into their bigger pen now that they're laying eggs will be great. Getting, hey, no, sir. No, we're not pushing each other out of the truck. So getting them moved into their bigger pen, this little cage that I built earlier is that in between when they come out from the heat lamp, but they're still too small to go in the big pen. So they'll go in here and then we'll rotate them over there. But I love listening to the quail there. It is so cool. And I want to put like a bench seat in there. And we have about 23 babies the last count. Well, we had 23 babies. We've had a hawk who I have not seen the last few mornings, so I'm hoping he's moved on. But we've got a net to go over this that we're going to put up, and we have a net to go over the baby duck area for when we have baby ducks. But there's more babies coming out, so we got quite a few babies. So we should have quite a lot of rabbit meat this season.
That's if the birds quit taking them.
Well, once we get the net up, the birds won't be able to take them. My son's had a real problem with an owl with his chickens.
Yeah.
So
our other problem is Chuck keeps getting out.
Chuck is the boy. We've named him. What's up, Chuck? He goes in there, he breeds, and then he actually climbs the fence and gets out. And then he just runs around, and now he's wishing he was in there because they've all given birth and he wants to breed them again. Bob built chicken herb gardens today. Planted arugula, oregano, white clover, and a bunch of other hen-friendly stuff. Nice. KJ, I tried doing that, but I ended up doing 2 hours on and 15 off. When I feel well, I work like that. I'll work. And in fact, I do take lots of breaks, but I want to get back at it. And if I feel good, I'll keep working. But man, I've just planted 5 apple trees, 6 blueberry bushes, 15 more blackberries so far this season. So I'm planting blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. And super, super exciting thing that we noticed this morning is my grapevines are coming back. I actually thought they died out. I had quit watering them last year because I'm like, they're dead.
Okay, hang on. Here's how it went.
Don't scream.
They're alive!
I was like, they're alive! Oh my gosh, they're alive! Both of them. So that was very exciting. Yeah, Richard got taken down, humiliated, and hugged. He picked on Kira. She caught him.
He's lucky I didn't whoop him.
Kelly said, after last weekend, I worked too long and realized I needed to be remembering that sunscreen is my friend.
Oh, we forgot sunscreen at Walmart.
We did. What else did we forget? Oh, the diatomaceous earth for Richard.
Yep. Richard has bug problem. I have a sun problem.
I think he has little mites on him is what Kira thought she saw.
Yep. They're definitely mites. They're tiny and they're white and they're ugly.
Yeah, so we'll have to sprinkle him with that. But it's really frustrating when the days are so pretty and you want to get a bunch done and you physically cannot. My heart goes out to anybody that has ever had to deal with this. I have not. So this is the first time I've ever had to deal with some kind of physical limitation other than breaking my foot and then, then it's healed or whatever. But physically just hurting this much is not fun at all. Mary made it.
Hey.
Yeah, Richard, he's hilarious. Like, I really got onto him the other day because I was like, okay, so a hawk is in here stalking baby rabbits and you don't say anything. I walk to the outhouse and you're like circling the outhouse, crowing your head off, letting the entire neighborhood know that I'm in there.
Wait a minute.
There's something wrong with this picture.
I think our bird's broken.
He is totally broken. We are going to end up possibly putting together or starting a chicken coop area. I'm not going to buy any chickens this year, but I'd like to get something ready for next year. I want the little tiny Bantam birds.
He wants a tiny
I
little
want the little bitty ones.
itty bitty.
I don't eat a lot of eggs, and so the little eggs are perfect for me. They can, because it's like 3 of those for an actual size, regular size egg.
Which is funny because I can only eat the normal eggs because it's like those eggs, it's a hit and miss at the yolk in them.
No, there's always a yolk in them. That's what the baby comes from, is the yolk.
Our chickens were broken.
Hmm.
Mom's birds were dumb.
Hmm.
Her Banty always had, like, you get that one egg that had the one yolk in it finally. Most of the other ones were all had white stuff in it.
Interesting, because I've had them before and I've never had that happen. That's weird.
Yeah.
It is very weird.
Porter was funny though. I liked her.
Mary says, hello, Liam.
Say hi.
So, I mean, I do want to get some chickens, but Richard won't be with them because they'll be the small ones and they'll be in a pen. They won't be free range like these guys. We do have a rabbit population since they got loose. We got a bunch of them running around. We're trying to catch babies and put them in the pen. We fixed all the holes. We've got a catch cage now so that when we feed them, I'm going to be feeding them in this catch pen. That way it's easy to catch them so they can't go down into the holes. We did start putting together the tool shed and getting that up.
It tried to kill us
I didn't have
yesterday.
enough bracing on it, so it fell. Kira likes to point out all my flaws.
I'm not pointing at the flaws. I'm pointing at the thing that tried to kill us.
So I needed to put more bracing on. We were just trying to get it done quickly, and it kind of fell over. So we'll have to get back to that.
At some point. Liam, get taller.
So, but I'd like to get that. Kira goes out of town on the 23rd, so I'd like to get it up and tarped because I can move things back in it while she's gone. I might with the I want to get the kitchen finished because I've got a lot of cooking and prepping and canning and stuff that I want to do. There's just a lot of stuff that's overwhelming me. And so I kind of want to just go back to something that's easy that I know, which is pulling the electric through in the living room and upstairs and then just putting the wall stuff on because it's easy and it's a really big impact. And I have decided to move the doggy door from center to one end, and then we're going to have a big couch. I'm going to talk to Riley, Courtney and Riley, Ambition Strikes. I'm going to go over and talk to him, chat with him. We were talking about an elevator. So I'm going to kind of talk to him a little bit more and get some advice on the elevator because the ladder is getting really hard. So, but that way, if I can get those spots done, that might make things a little bit more comfortable, right? What are you laughing about?
The ladder's hard for 2 reasons. 1, her lupus, and 2, Chloe's heavy.
Chloe is like 40 pounds. That girl. And she wants to sleep up there with me. So all you have to do is say, is you ready to go night-night? Or they'll tell me, they'll go look at the ladder and look up and then come and sit and stare at me. And I'm like, oh, I guess it's bedtime now.
Oh, and Chloe will like get all sassy and judgy if you don't go.
She'll
hurry.
bark. She'll do that little woof, like you left me down here, or you should feel guilty about yourself as a human being. What? Yep. Kelly dropped those off. Kelly dropped off some more hula hoops for the garden to make row covers and some more blueberry plants. So I'm going to plant the blueberries in with the quail because the quail will leave the bushes alone. They just like to hide underneath them. And so they won't jump up and try to eat the berries like chickens do. And that way they're covered and they're in a covered pen. And so hopefully we'll get all the fruit. So I have 10 plants. None of my blueberries from last year survived. So this year I've got bigger plants. They seem to be doing really well. They'll be really protected. And then I will put straw and stuff around them when winter comes. I think that'll make the difference with that. So, hi, Susan.
Eddie.
Carol said, wait, I missed what Carol said. Check VA funding for help with the elevator. Ooh, that's a good idea, Carol. They may buy me one.
Chloe would appreciate
I
it.
also, one of the other things that I need to do, one of the things that my doctor asked me straight out the gate was I anywhere where there was chemical exposure? And I was. So there's a possibility that I got lupus way back then. I just didn't have any symptoms. And then when you're looking up the different symptoms, you know, that come along, stress. And I mean, we all know that I've had stress the last couple of years. So stress can definitely trigger you into having symptoms. So that's actually a thing. PFAS exposure as well. Uh-oh, you're gonna have to actually write that out, KJ.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
I don't speak slang well, Texas slang.
They have not done those yet, Bob, that testing. What they've done is they took a regular blood test, my normal yearly blood test,
Guys,
and they we're just trying to get that to normal, that blood test to normal. So yeah, just go farther away because those are really loud. So you have to go farther away from me to play with the hula hoop.
Yes. On the other side of the truck.
Oh, the firefighter foam. I don't know if we had that at Fort Knox. Not Fort Knox. Fort McClellan, Alabama. I tested positive for all the PFAS chemicals they test for at this point. Oh. Oh, most military installations have it in the drinking water. Interesting. I did not know that. So once we get, we're gonna, I guess all those tests have to come in. VA is, you know, you wait on appointments and you get in there and you get the testing when you get the testing. So and of course my doctor that I have that I'm very comfortable with is no longer there. So she went to online doctoring instead of in-person doctoring. So I have to change doctors, which is a great joy.
Is that a squirrel?
No, it's chipmunk. A chipmunk. The chipmunks really liked my stevia plants last year. They really liked those. So, I mean, I feel like I have filmed a lot of stuff that we've been doing. I'm putting together a video for the Farm to Table channel. I've actually got like 4 or 5 videos that I'm doing filming for a little bit every day. I just haven't been working on the container. And since I'm really trying to keep things separate because non-building videos don't do well on this channel, that's why I decided to do the other channel so that people that want to see all my farm stuff and the cooking and animals and critters and just all those other things, the garden and such, it'll be on that channel. And that happens to be what we're working on because the garden was supposed to be in this last weekend, but it wasn't because I was going to try to do something. I'm not going to be able to do that now, so we're just going to get moving ahead. Of course, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, which means I'm probably not going to do anything else the rest of the day. So I guess on Thursday, we'll start making up our beds and our gardening beds and getting things planted. I do have things planted in pots that I've gotten started. So we can just be transplanting. So that's good. I feel like we're not seeing all the... That's all the message, though. You guys aren't very chatty. No illnesses yet, but who knows? 35 years exposure. Jeez, Bob. It's bad. A niece passed away from cancer after being at Camp Lejeune. Ooh. I'm sorry, Bob. That's terrible. Mary wants to know if we're cutting any wood. We have not started yet, but we are. Bird was like, I want to be in that. We are starting. I actually bought a new chainsaw because the one that I had last year was getting too heavy for me. I couldn't hold it up. So I got a lighter one. And we're going to be cutting. I mean, we have some goals, and mainly the goals for this year is to survive and to get the firewood done, get the cleanup done. We've definitely got to get something of the goat barn redone.
Mine's is learning how to cook.
Teaching Kira how to cook.
Wish her luck.
Well, you made chicken wings the other day. Those turned out good.
Yeah, mostly because I didn't have a hot frying pan. I had that. It's mean.
So it was popping, and you don't like that.
No, it freaks me out. It's like I'm minding my own business, and all of a sudden it goes, and you're like, oh crap.
Well, it was on low. You can do it lower, so it's not. But yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah. And I don't
Maybe
like
you
being
just
burnt.
can't do chicken wings like that. You'll have to bake them.
I don't mind doing that.
Yeah,
As soon as I figure out how.
I'll teach you how.
Yay! It's funny. She goes, we were having a conversation. I don't remember what it was about. And she goes, I taught you how to bake a chicken. And I was like, yeah, I forgot. It was really
KJ
good.
said, I really expanded my cooking skills the last year. If I can do it at my age, you can, Kira. I wish I had done it earlier.
I'm 28.
Big fire. Bob says big fire. Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me, mind you, that we did that fire for like the whole week, and I'm like sitting in the chair, like, okay, I'm ready to move to like do whatever it is to put it out. Like they're too close together. Yeah, no.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. We had fire, and then I was mentioning the fires
Bob.
that you had.
Well, so we're clearing, and we had one big fire. And then we had been raking up little bits, and we were just feeding this one little fire. And I'm like, okay, I want to be done with this. So I made like 9 little fires. And Kira walks out. She's like, I can't. I'm like, you don't have to. Go somewhere else. They're just these little fires. They're little, and it's all dirt. Like, it's not going anywhere.
Mine is the big one. She's already killed 2 trees.
Oh, those trees had to go anyway.
I'm pretty sure all the other
Mary
ones
says when we think we have enough, double it. Right? So I am going to buy some firewood this year. And then I have some that are donated to the cause, will be donated to cause. So I'll be picking those up. That's a couple cords there. We will be milling. I need to go out to the sawmill and get it prepped for the year, for the season. We are supposed to have record heat this year also. They've already said that, put that out, so that's fun. But I don't know. I'm having a real struggle with, I still want to do it all, and I want to get it all done, but I know that I'm gonna have to probably pay somebody to finish it. I'm really at that point, and it's very heartbreaking, and I don't want to, but I do have a friend from church that builds pole barns, and he's like, you can help, girl. He's like, I'll let you help. So, I can just be part of the team, which is really good. And I can help wherever I can. So I can still have my hands all over everything. The issue is now it is making enough money to pay somebody to do all the things. So that's kind of where I'm at now. So I don't know. I really hope we can get the roof on this year, and I don't want to be Debbie Downer about it, but I just don't know. It all comes to, sawmills in the same location, meatballs and pasta. Mary, I want hot wings now. Bob asked what's for supper.
Ooh,
salad from the garden and steak is what he said.
Oh.
Now I'm hungry, Kelly said. We're not going into food talk, you guys. It's only 5:40.
If we are gonna go into food talk, a good dish, in my opinion, that me and my sister and my mom all loved was bacon, eggs, and rice. And with some soy sauce on it. That was some good stuff.
I've never had it. I just don't feel like it would be my palate.
Yeah. It's good as long as you make the eggs the way you like it. Me and my mom had weird taste, so we like things burnt.
So they like things burnt.
Yeah.
I have to cook our stuff separate because I like mine the way it's supposed to be, and she wants hers burnt, and that has been like so hard for me. She's like, "Can it stay on there longer? Can it stay on there longer?" And I'm like, "You're killing me."
She goes, "Wait, how much longer?" I was like, "It's not brown or black yet."
So
My dad goes, "That's
There's
not a
that.
flavor." I was like, "Yes, it is."
we are working on, trying to just eat for $10 a day. And because Kira's in Kentucky all winter, she needs to kind of try to stay on this healthier eating because of her autism, because of life in general, but it's really good for her autism. So, and ADHD also. So,
Yeah. I got my driver's permit, so once I get my full driver's license, if the roads aren't always bad in Kentucky. So, with that being said, I'll probably work on selling my resin and maybe getting a gym membership, so that way, because it's boring to exercise by yourself.
well,
So-
so it is, but I'll tell you because I've always kind of lived by myself. So, except for a few years here and there. I used to just have like the treadmill or an elliptical in front of the television set. And when I would watch TV, I would get on it. And so it wasn't as boring and it wasn't as hard.
Yeah.
Because gym memberships can become expensive. Do you have a YMCA near you?
Maybe? I know we got a Planet Fitness. So,
Yeah.
mind you,
I'll tell you though, in the gym, you're still working out by yourself. Nobody talks to each other.
yeah, but I like to people watch, as
That
creepy
is
as that
true.
sounds. It's just like, ooh, I wonder what they're doing.
The hard thing for Akira is she doesn't get to practice driving here because all of my vehicles are standards.
I can't do standards. It's like, everybody's like, listen to the truck or the car. And I was like, okay, I'm listening, and it sounds like gurgle. I don't like it.
I have a chicken Caesar salad that I still need to eat. I ate half of it earlier. It's in a wrap. Did you eat all of your sandwich?
I almost did, and then my nose got running, and I was like, oh,
Yeah. Did you guys know that when your nose starts running when you're eating, it means you're full? Your body is actually telling you that you're full and you should stop eating.
like, it wasn't like running, but it was like getting to that point where it was like a little sniffle.
I thought that was like a fun fact, like a super fun fact that I learned the other day. So I did video the entire shearing of one of the sheep. And actually it was the first one where he was cray cray. The last one, we didn't video the middle one. We videoed the last one and the camera cut out. So I've got to transfer all my footage over and start editing all that footage. Most of it is getting the garden set up and ready on that. And then we did the shearing of the sheep. What else did we do?
The gardening pool.
Pretty much the garden, the pool. Setting up the new pool.
Yeah. Fires.
Yeah, that was part of the gardening stuff. So yeah, I have all that footage that I want to transfer off and get onto the computer.
Yeah. Then we took Justin with us when Chloe was in heat, and she was showing at Jen how to.
Oh, that's right.
Her
We went and picked up the new baby sheep for the year. So we'll be able to get the dogs on the sheep. They love that. They love that. So I was really impressed with Justin because he has not been on sheep for a while. And we went to my friend Jen's to get these other 3 sheep. And her sheep are in this huge field. And I was like, hey, can we just like let Justin go and see what he does? She's like, yeah, because it's really hilly. Like there's these huge hills. And he like takes off. And, I give him the command and he takes off. And she's like, I cannot believe how fast he is. Those little short legs, like he can really go. He did really good. I was so impressed with him because, like I said, he hasn't really been on sheep. At first, he was a bit crazy, but then he settled in and he was getting tired.
Those hills are terrible.
They are really big hills, and he was getting tired, but he was listening and he was doing it. I was really proud of him. He did really well. And then we did a lesson with her new puppy. She got a new puppy. So Tiffany says new channel. You mean Farm to Table? Yes, correct, Tiffany. Bob says Farm to Table is awesome. Thank you.
And for anybody who's
Kelly said, when can we expect a video on the new channel? Pretty soon. We're wanting to get this garden set up, and I want to start getting some of the beds put in. So I'll probably and use that all as one video, like start to here, and now it's time to start planting. So I'm not going to really do like daily videos on that channel. I'm going to kind of do like, here's our garden start to finish. And now it's time to start planting, or, there will be cooking stuff on there, that kind of stuff. So the shearing of the sheep, I'll talk more about my goats. I am milking my goat now. She had her babies and they're 2 weeks old. And
she's a worrywart mom.
She is a worrywart mom. She's a great mom. She's done really well. I'm milking her in the morning, and then the babies are with her all day, and then they're separated at night. And the babies stay with the rest of the herd, and mama gets pulled out. And that seems to be working really well.
Other than this morning.
This morning, it was crazy time. Like, I don't know what was going on.
The babies realized they can get through the holes.
Yeah. The fences are big holes, and the babies can fit through. Same problem we had last year with Bud and Sissy. And so the baby's like, wow, mom's out. Let's go see what she's doing. And she was like, wait, what's happening? And then she gets all worried about them being out. And it's funny. It's funny. But we're getting the routine down. I wasn't going to be milking her in the evening, right? But I am going to, because that keeps her milk production up high. Just went today. Sissy's been off at my friend Carrie's getting bred with her male Kiko goat. And she's just not been getting pregnant. So we actually did blood work and sent off blood work to get it tested to see if she's pregnant. So if she is, she'll be coming back. If she's not, we're going to do what's called a force. You force them into heat, and then try one more time. Because if Sissy does not get pregnant, then I have to make a call on that, because we just don't keep animals. I'm not going to feed her. I'm not going to pay for feed and pay for all the things if she's not going to produce. So she would go to freezer camp.
Yeah, especially since she bullies all the other.
She's a bully.
All the other animals.
She is a bully. But she is the breeding that I really, really like. Well, I like the Saanen Kinder. I really like my new goat. She is so quiet, and just Saanens don't really test fences, or they stay where they're supposed to be. It's kind of fantastic.
And Sissy breaks the fence.
Sissy is like, I can climb that. She's that kid. I can climb that. And gets out and runs around all over the place. But I do like Sissy, and it would make me sad to have to put her down because she can't get pregnant. And if she can't get pregnant, it's because she has something going on with her uterus. So she's in very, very good health. But Carrie has got some cute babies at her house. I have to tell you guys, since the boys aren't here. So I'm grilling, and they're here. And there's like all this smoke coming from the grill. And Jasper's like, why is there smoke coming from the grill? And I say, because there's a dragon in there. And he's like, what? For reals? And I'm like, yeah, there's a dragon in there. So then I was telling him all about the dragons, and that they're invisible, because they can be invisible. And they don't really let people see them. We had them going, like, they still think about there's a. Then we go to get in the pool, and there's a stick in the pool, and they're like, how come there's a stick in the pool? And I was like, oh, the dragon likes you. He put a stick in the pool for you. So then I had to message my son and say, listen, here's the story. Don't ruin this for me. I'm having a great time.
Yeah. So we were meant to post.
Now I have to buy shiny rocks to put out because I told them they could. Jasper says, I don't like sticks. And I'm like, huh, well, sometimes they'll give you shiny rocks as if they really like you. So I have to go buy some shiny rocks.
We can go to the goldfish section.
Oh, Crafting with Karen. I just subscribed to your other channel. So excited to watch your videos there. Thank you, Karen. Part of the fun of kids is messing with them. Totally is. Totally is. I got to tell you, so in Texas, there was this factory plant. I don't even know what they did there, but it was always like this white smoke coming out. And we're driving by. I think Victor was like 9. He's like, what are they doing there? I was like, oh, they make clouds. He's like 12. And he's like, it's a really cloudy day. He's like, man, they must be really working. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't even talk. I'm like, what? And he's like, the cloud company, like, who knew that I was so like ahead of my time, because they actually make clouds now and they like seed them and all those things. But I was like, oh dang, I have to tell you so that your friends don't make fun of you.
Yeah.
Liam already thinks that I'm sketchy. He's like, that's not for real.
My mom told me. So
Fool's gold. Yes, what I need to buy, fool's gold.
yeah, so my mom told me back when me and Tia were little that the big round hay bales that get wrapped up in the white wrapping paper,
Which they only do here.
Yeah.
They don't do that in Texas. I didn't even know what that was.
she told me they were giant marshmallows.
Giant marshmallows.
I was like, ew, because I don't like marshmallows. They're gross.
Have you had the homemade ones?
No.
Homemade marshmallows? Okay.
Aunt Jen tried to feed me one, but
You're stuck in your ways and you won't try new things.
no, it's not that. It's Aunt Jen's French cuisine is kind of questionable.
Well, that's not French cuisine is not a marshmallow.
She could have put something mushroomy in there.
Mushroom or onions in there. Gross.
That one loves mushrooms. She could put something mushroomy.
I love mushrooms too. I haven't been able to eat mushrooms in 2 years because nobody else here likes them. And I'm like so sad.
They're gross. Maybe if they were
dragon
crunchy.
leprechauns. Yeah, so now I'm in. I gotta go find some. I was gonna get some today, but they were with us. Liam's always like, "You're lying." I'm like,
Liam looks at you like Chloe.
He doesn't trust me. Jasper's like, really?
Yeah. Then she was trying to explain to Jasper why she couldn't see him, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, they make themselves invisible." It's like, wouldn't that just make them chameleons because they just blend into the background?
Yeah, they do. So, and they haven't seen Puff the Magic Dragon, so I need to watch that. We need to watch that. Oh, the turkeys are coming in. Kelly said she loves mushrooms and we could grow them together.
You can have at them. I ain't eating them.
Mary, there's a dragon in the rabbit pen eating marshmallows. That's hilarious.
No.
Okay, Anna, see you later. KJ, gosh, I wonder why he's skeptical. I think I'm a fabulous storyteller.
You're something.
She was rolling. Like, she was like, oh, don't laugh. Like, keep a straight face.
That's fresh good. I about fell on my ground peeing myself. Because I wasn't going to say anything because I kind of wanted to see how long it would take them.
Oh, they're still in on it.
Liam so far is going with it. He's like,
don't be too loud. You can't be too loud. He'll know we're talking about him.
Yeah. He's like, okay, all right for now. I'm just looking for one of those oh no bust it moments.
I know.
Like when you see in those.
They're gonna come in and like slam the door, Grandma.
No, like one of those.
You lied to me.
No, like one of those moments where, like on TV, where these people, bad guys are trying to sneak out of jail and they're caught by the light and they're like,
Yeah.
Oh. I'm just thinking for that moment for you.
Well, listen, Puff the Magic Dragon has real people in it. Like, I totally think this is gonna help my cause.
But the Magic Dragon was a computer animated dragon.
I know. But there were real people in it. And he was a big cartoon.
Ooh, with my resin, I can make eggs.
You could make eggs. We could make a big giant dragon. And then I told him, well, you know, we have a cave here. He probably lives in the cave.
We are terrible influencers.
So, I mean, that brings in some real stuff because there is a cave here.
And I've already picked out the molds for the dragon eggs.
We may go hunt down the cave. That may be something we definitely do this year. That'd be a hike. I'm telling you though, if I go down though, I'm going all the way down to the road. So
someone's gonna have to come.
I'm
back
gonna
up.
call Kelly. Kelly, come pick us up.
We ain't gonna make it down.
Hey, Tim's here. The kids will start saying, "Get your hip waders on. Grandma's coming." It was so fun. It's so fun. Yeah, he lives by the sea. I did pull up the song and had them listen to the song. I was like,
she
see?
attempted to have them listen to the
Yeah,
song.
they
all
got
distracted.
They
by
got
the
distracted. They got distracted by the grill. There's a lake too for dragons to hide underwater. Yep, see?
Okay, now we're getting into species, okay? Different dragon species. You have water dragons, fire dragons, lava dragons, earth dragons, sky dragons. Don't make me go on, I will.
Yeah, Kelly, I checked for it too. It's on YouTube for free. I don't know what happened. We just didn't. Oh, it's because we were out here and then their dad pulled up and took them. That's why we didn't. It's so funny. They're like, they start watching the clock about 4:30. Did they message you? Did they message you? And then I'm like, listen, your children want you to come home. Text. Your children are ready for you to come home. And then they see him and they're like, boom. They take off, leaving everything everywhere.
Yeah, especially Jasper.
Jasper's a use it, drop it kind of person. There's the turkeys.
Yeah, he's a hoot. He'll be doing something, and all of a sudden you're like, what happened?
Like,
and you see him drop something
and walks off, and I'm like, that's not what we're doing here.
Pretty much.
So, see, now I have a bit of a headache, and it's time to go do some work. Hi, Mama Bunnies. I do keep telling Charlie that I could pick him up and put him in there, and then he could have girlfriends again.
Are we sure that one's a girl?
Yep.
The black one doesn't have a pouch.
No, she's just young. She's the one that overplucks.
Oh, come on, no.
Bad girly. Now she's trying to dig out, get her boyfriend. The rabbit. She's trying to dig a new hole.
And people wonder why I'm not a big bunny fan.
There's Charlie. See if you can get him. Okay. See if you can get him, but don't act like you're trying to get him. You're like, doo. Charlie, come here. I'll put you in there. Chuck, I mean. Not Charlie. Stick your little face in there. I have this vent hole that he could go in, but it's solid. So he can actually push his face in and push it and get in. But it's solid.
Yeah.
It needs to have a mesh net on it.
We all have to remember rabbits are dumb.
They're not dumb, actually.
Says the one that got out and can't get back in.
Yeah, but he got to get out and breed all the ones that are running around. That's not dumb. That's pretty smart.
He's trying to get to her. I want to help, but I'm pretty sure.
Grilled dragon with a side of buffalo unicorn horn. Let us know how the dragon tastes. The dragon was making the grill work. The only way you will seal them mostly in is to completely encapsulate them and fence underground too. Yeah. 1 minute warning, Kelly says.
Well, that's concerning.
Well, they actually, Bob, they can dig 3 feet down and then they go like this. So they have like these underground things.
My rabbit's trying to eat rabbit bones.
Oh, he's a cannibal. That's the one the cat got in there and killed over the winter time right before a snowstorm. So I found the bones later.
That cat's okay.
I need to I hope the cat's okay. He was killing all my rabbits all winter long.
It's not like you don't have plenty. You have plenty.
He
of
wants
mice.
in there so bad, poor thing. Okay, anybody got any questions? Kelly gave us a 1-minute timer. Yeah, 3 feet. They'll dig up to 3 feet down. Yeah, I bet they've got a massive. I would love to be able to see it. Like if you could put a scanner over it or something and see all the tunnels. And I got brand new babies coming out. They're little. There's one over there. 1 or 2 over there.
One right there.
Yep, 3 of them came out. Yeah, so we got to get the big net over. And then, you know, my thing is I guess we'll just put more wire coming out this way so that they would have to dig really far. And then covering this up with dirt. They've kind of got about, I don't know, a foot raised up because they dig out all that dirt and it's kind of raised this edging up. So I could just create a big slope here with bringing in more dirt and covering up the fence that we've put down. So that's kind of how I feel like it's going to end up going. I am going to, in the wintertime, have Jasper's putting the PVC pipe connectors on his arms like wristbands. We will never find those. So much for getting mine. If I stop talking, then he'll know something's up. Can't stop talking. Hook a GoPro up to one of those rabbits. Oh, how much fun would that be? Has anybody done that? Like, is there a video of that happening?
No, no one has done it.
I
They've
have
done
not.
it to a cheetah. They did it to a dog. They did it to a cat, but they have never done a bunny.
Haven't done it to a rabbit, huh? I feel like the rabbit's ears and such would get in the way.
Not if you did the collar part. They did the collar.
Well, they look down and then they run, so you would basically just see ground unless they stopped and sat up, and then you could see.
He does a lot of sitting up.
Yeah, out here, maybe not underground though. Look, that's his favorite girlfriend right there. All right, you guys, it's 6:02. Any other big questions? Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out. I am going to really work hard on trying to get something. What I'm gonna try to do is just do a little bit every day and get things going and moving. And now that the weather's nice, and I need to build a workbench table because being on the ground is really, really hard for me. So I can bring my cabinets out and work on them outside standing up. It'll be much nicer than what's going on. Look at her. Please let my boyfriend in. We would let him in if he would let us catch him.
We could always get you a new one. I wouldn't mind that.
Why? He's so pretty and he's very sweet.
He's very dumb.
He's not dumb.
Then he needs to let us catch him. We are not giving off any mean signals or anything like that, so he needs to stop being stupid and let us catch him.
Look, she's distracting him for us. She's turned around. She's like, hey.
I told you he's dumb.
I hope he doesn't do the running peeing thing that they do. That's creepy.
That's just gross. Let's just be real. That's just gross. Hey, no.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, I guess we're going to go figure it out.
We might be catching a rabbit.
30 thumps. Thumps up. Thumbs. It's supposed to be thumbs, not thumps.
As in, no, like when the rabbit stumps their foot.
Yeah. We have been, I do keep our members posted on what's going on. I've got to just get better at doing all of it, and I've just kind of shut down is what's happened. So I'm going to get back on it. We're going to get back to working on it, and hopefully we'll do better.
Yeah, I gotta stop being lazy. The whole year I spent at my dad's, I was lazy.
Oh, goodness. Come on, legs. You can do it. Ow, ow. All right, guys. See you later.
Ciao.
Oh, my goodness. Hit the X. Hit the X.